Hey everybody, we're gonna unbox and I'm gonna do a little bit of a review because I've already got one of these installed on one machine. This is the Creality Spider 3.0. Let's go by the name Creality Spider 3.0 Pro All Metal Ellipses Ender 5 Plus CR10 CR10S Series. That sticker off. This is the second Spider 3 I've purchased. The first one is on an Ender 6 up to my left, and so far it's doing good. I have had one clog on it, but I think that was the filament. It could also be that the stock heatsink fan isn't directing enough air to the heatsink itself. Past that one clog in, I don't know, a lot of prints at this point. I haven't had any issues. I don't know how this looks at all. Out of the box, it comes with a 0.8 and a 0.4 nozzle with the 0.4 installed. List of everything it comes with. Let's see, some thermal paste, a copper tube for the thermistor, some extra screws, a wrench, and some Allen keys. Hexagonal wrenches. Ooh, that's right, it does. So here's the extra 0.8 nozzle. Also comes with a thermistor. Not exactly sure what type of thermistor it comes with. It just says thermistor. So let's see, let's do a little bit of a disassembly here. So we'll start with the captive screws in here. They're held down by two more screws. The one thing I'll say about this hot end, I had problems from the start because I didn't do what I'm about to show you. These two black screws out. Pop the nozzle out. And just confirm that this is the 0.4. Yep, 0.4. Set that next to some big brother. Out. So if you look inside, there are two smaller screws that go from the heat block to the heatsink cage. Take these little guys out. Screw the heat block. Oh. Yeah. All you had to do was slide it out. That's my bad. It does come with a ceramic sheath to go around the bottom of the heatsink. Titanium copper alloy for the heat break. The mistake I made with the previous one, and it didn't seem to be the case with this one, was that this heat break wasn't actually set all the way in to the heat block. It was on this one, but definitely double check on yours. But while we got it apart, I'm going to go ahead and throw some of this thermal grease they provided. Which I've spoken about thermal grease in the past, and I've went and read up on it a little more, and it seems it is a pretty common practice, and it's something I probably should have already known. I knew thermal paste from the heat block and the heat break was pretty normal. I, up until recently, I guess, not paid attention enough to know that a lot of people also put it on the nozzle. I also knew that it was good for the thermistor. I did not know people were putting it on the heater cartridge itself. That's new to me, but hey, you know, you live and you learn. Heat transfer is great everywhere. We shouldn't have opened it up that much, but that's okay. So normally you'd want to have an applicator for this, a foam Q-tip, as it were. I don't have any at the moment. I'm just going to very gently wrap some of this around the threads. Don't get it into the filament path. That's the one main thing you don't want to do. Do, again, an applicator, a little bit of rubbing alcohol, IPA, and clean it up a little bit. After you get this installed, make sure to go back and clean up any excess thermal paste. I know some people tend to put too much and then go back and clean it up, because that really is a better idea. But if you don't have extra thermal paste, you can be a little lighter on it. What you can do is, I'm not going to do it right now, but what you can do is put a little on the threads like I did, run it in, run it out, run it in. Should spread it out fairly evenly. A little bit up here. Don't worry if you get this on your fingers. You've got soap, I'm sure. What we do here is we push it as far as it goes. Give it a couple of spins. Up and down action. Starts the reassembly process. Now, be very careful with these screws. You get an extra set, but they're only going into this little bit of what I'd assume is aluminum of the cage for the heatsink. And if you strip those threads, it's done. Game over. The screws themselves have a little neck right here that will stop it from going too deep into the heat sink's cage. So as soon as they hit that, just hand snug. You don't want to overdo it. Also a good time just to give it a little wiggle, try to make sure it's nice and aligned. So what I did was I put one in, got it close to done, and got the other one in, got it close to done, gave it the little wiggle. Now I'm going back and tightening it up. Just enough to call it done. There we go. After that, we can put our bigger capture screws back in. These don't need to be mega tight either. It's a scientific term. Alright. After this, let's get the nozzle in. I'm going to go with 0.4 on this one. I actually have a 0.8 in the other one, and I'm loving that. Might switch to a 0.6 in the future. I don't know how this compares to the Slice Engineering thermopaste. I wonder if it's just as good, almost as good, nowhere near as good, and I should just be throwing it away. Right. Just barely a gap there in up the thermal paste, but this one's nice and tight. I'm going to hot tighten it once I have it all hooked up. Give it a little bit of a snug here. Hold. If you snug these by hand, hold the block, not the heatsink. Yeah, it's got the standoffs. It's got the standoff screws, but I don't trust it. You're better off holding the block to make sure nothing strips. Still gonna do a tighten while it's hot, but yeah. Oh wow, wow, wow. I got that far and 110% forgot to put this back on. Somebody in the comments, let me know. Would it be good to put thermal paste on the inside of this ceramic sleeve as well? So it gives you some options for hooking up to different systems, whether you want to do direct drive or PTFE or Bowden, excuse me. Also has a V6 style neck and the standard Creality holes for mounting it to a backplate. Alright, what else do I want to say about this? I can't really think of any cons. I think this is honestly the best hot end Creality's put out to date. I'm trying to think of what they could do better. Their claims are 300 degrees Celsius printing at 300 millimeters per second, which is probably baloney. I don't have the means to test that at the moment. Yeah, so far I'm really enjoying this hot end. I think it goes, let me pull it up here. Its standard price on Amazon is $70, and you can get every now and then coupons for 15 and 20% off. I think for Black Friday I picked this one up for just over $50. I never tried their first iteration, I never tried their second iteration. I heard the second iteration is pretty good, but again, I'm really enjoying this one. Don't quote me on this. I think they're 6mm threads for the nozzle, so it might take V6 nozzles. Knowing Creality, they could also be proprietary. If my knowledge is correct on this, it's the same nozzle they used in their last two Spider iterations. Somebody wants to comment on that, that'd be cool. I'll test and see if I can get some of my extra V6 nozzles to work. Other than that, thanks for checking us out. Thanks for checking out the Spider 3.0 with me, and we'll see you in the next one. I'll figure it out. Professional. You may have to unlock that one again. Oh, what the